Why are they trying this stupid plan? I mean, I'm just saying this objectively. This didn't work 20 years ago. We now have the sort of the older end of baby boomers. They're going to be retiring. We even have some old Gen Xers who are going to be thinking about it soon. What is the value of talking about gutting Social Security and a razor-thin sort of majority that you have in Congress right now?
Yeah, I can't make heads or tails of it, Jason. And it's even more perplexing to me when you think about the heart of the Republican Party base. It's old white people who, guess what, are on Social Security and Medicare, and your message to them is going to be, hey, we're going to take away your benefits. We're going to cut entitlements. We're going to break the moral covenant that we've made to you time and time again. And all for what? I mean, I can't for the life of me understand what they think they're going to get out of it. The fact that Rick Scott now is trying to play this game of walking back things that he's doubled down, tripled down on, tells you that they are somewhat aware that this is politically perilous for them. Where this is going to end, I don't know, but it could cost them the next election. I mean,
they already blew it with abortion, and now they're trying this sort of other policy. And it's not just sort of offensive, but it's tone deaf in sort of political way that's disturbing. Sarah, I've got to mention this because this is also key going into 2024. You've got this new political order talking about how more MAGA extremists are going to be running in 2024. Many of them are putting forward the craziest ideas we heard from Trump. I listen to your podcast on a regular basis, Gaslit Nation. I think it's fantastic. And one of your recent episodes, you all talked about the fact that Trump may have lost, but his coup won. There are members of his coup who are still in Congress right now who have access to national security information. You have people who are supporting the insurrection who are running for office unfettered across the country right now. What does it say that right now we have people whose ideas and theories have been debunked, attacked, and proven to be dangerous to this country are still running around this country with impunity and think they've got a chance in just 2 years?
Yeah, Trump lost, but the coup won, and there hasn't been a serious effort to enforce accountability for insurrectionists. You know, unlike Brazil or Germany that actually punish people who plot violent coups, we put them in Congress and allow them to make policies, that shape our lives. And I think this is, related to the kind of rhetoric we're hearing about Social Security and Medicare, these incredibly unpopular policies that they're pushing. These are not people trying to win over hearts and minds. These are not people who think there's going to be a free and fair election. Because if you run on that kind of platform of destroying these programs, which people need and want, you're not going to actually win. But if you have gerrymandering, dark money, and unpunished political violence, a track record of it, a DOJ that refuses to act, among other things, you might feel pretty good about your prospects. But Americans should not feel good about theirs.
And that's the thing also that concerns me. We've seen gerrymandering. We've seen attacks on voting rights. We've seen propaganda. Now you have this case in Texas where lawmakers are trying to eliminate voting on campuses anywhere where students can get access. I'm faculty at Morgan State University. We don't have a polling place on campus. We have one nearby. Why are Republicans convinced that limiting access to the vote? I mean, there are young Republicans. There are young Republicans across the country. You have Turning Point. Why are they so obsessed with making sure campuses aren't places where you can vote?
I think that Republicans just believe that when everything is fair, when there's a level playing field, there's more of our side than there is of theirs. So there's been a deliberate effort going back now for the last couple of years to systemically go after what they perceive to be Democrat strongholds and to try to find ways to make it tougher for our side to turn out to vote, for our side to participate in the democratic process. The reality is the generation of Americans are coming up that are eligible to vote, the new voters in this country, they are more progressive than the generation that came before it. They are a group of people that came around when, guess what? Being gay wasn't a crime or a sin. When diversity is something that is embraced and talked about and welcomed. When the belief that women can rise to the top in a single generation without having to jump through the same hoops that their predecessors had to. They believe in a different culture. They came up in a different world. And that is a threat, an existential threat to the Republican Party. Because again, as we just talked about, the base of their voters are older, they're whiter, and they're dying out. They're the people who watch Fox News and buy into that propaganda. Everybody else, that's a threat to their party. They know that they have lost these people on all cards. So the only chance they have to hold on to power is to limit their ability to vote.